All right, guys, got a little box here. We're going to be looking today at some bubble burgers. They look like this. You might have seen me pull these before. But this one box here has 3 of them. By the way, I got these FLIR fire plugs out. This is just my personal stash that I'm keeping. But these are all different. So now these are also FLIR like the bubble burgers. So we're going to just kind of take a look at, I guess, some FLIR candy containers today. Let's first get this baby opened. Yeah, I really love bubble burgers. They're one of my all-time favorite candy containers. And you'll see 3 in here, hopefully. Better be in there. There they are. Yeah, this lot really stood out to me, mainly because it was just all purple. And the purple ones are pretty hard to find in the grand scheme of things. Let's take a look. Yeah, here they are. So Bubble Burger, I believe it was first introduced around 1984, if I'm correct. And they kept it going throughout, even into the 90s, early 90s, but it looked like this. They're supposed to look like, back in the day, going to fast food restaurants, they'd put burgers in like little clamshell cardboard containers. And so that's what they're supposed to mimic. They're a little tricky to open. You have to push in like this to open it. And there's supposed to be a little piece of bubble gum that looks like a hamburger in there. But yeah, I absolutely love these things. They were also made in Canada. And the Canadian ones, I can show you some, have French writing on them. So here's those. We're also going to get out these other ones. I haven't done this in a long time, actually. We're going to get out some more bubble burgers and just kind of see. Let's put these up here and see if these are, in fact, some colors we didn't have already. All right, I'm going to just kind of hold you right here. I'm going to start putting them out right here. So these are the ones that I've been saving just personally. These are not the ones that are for sale. I have more that I have listed for sale. What I'm doing, I'm just going to pull all these out. So they made them in, I reckon all the rainbow colors, except blue. So I don't know what's going on with FLIR back in the day. They didn't make, they did have a blue, but they didn't use it for some of their candy containers. Yeah, I didn't realize how packed in these were. That's a rare color there, that light pink. And I'll be able to show you some of the burgers in there as well. Okay. Yeah, white's pretty rare too. It's not rare, it's like scarce, you would say. Okay, anyway, made kind of a mess here. Just kind of doing an eyeball check, looking at all the purple ones. Yeah, I guess this is a pretty rare one. Yeah, I had a few already, so I'm not seeing much difference there. And then the magentas, looks like we pretty much already had those as well. I'm going to go ahead and get these put in order. Let's look at one of those hamburgers, though. This one has its hamburger in there. We'll take it out. Yeah, so they put a little piece of wax paper, and then they put this is a piece of bubble gum that's supposed to look like a hamburger. And so that's the whole product, basically. These were never sealed. They never had any sort of decal or label. This is how it was sold. Back in the day, they didn't have a lot of like protection over the candy containers. Not like it is today. I mean, that really started back what I remember is like the 90s. All right, I'm going to put these in some sort of order. And then what I'm going to do on when I get some time is see what needs to stay and what needs to be sold. But yeah, let's go ahead and start with the purples. Yeah, there's just so much to like. Look at this one. Has a date of 1989 on it on the price sticker. Murphy's. You might remember that store. I think it was a gas station. Could be wrong. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the purple ones. I'm not sure these are quite in order. The pink ones, the hot pink ones, pretty much must have, I think. Just looks really good. This one has some gouges. I probably do need to get rid of that one. Then pink, just like a light pink. Another thing about these is some have this little, see the raised bar? That's an edit, like a correction to the weight. So instead of like fixing the mold, they went over it with some more plastic. So on a lot of these, though, some have a little box around. Let's see if you see that. It has a little box around it, but some of them don't have a box. And then, like this one, the reason I saved this one, even though it's very damaged, it has the weirdest edit I've ever seen on one of these. This one's extremely rare. I don't know if you can see it. It's a nude color. It's like flesh color. All right, let's go into the oranges. This one I've had a long time. I thought it was like a rare color. It's kind of like a, I don't know if you can see this. It's like a pumpkin color. But I'm wondering if there's some UV damage, like light damage to this. I'll just show you what I've seen over the years with this one. So when you open it, look how dark it is in here. But my problem with this is this color is not seen anywhere else in Bubble Burger either. So it's a very weird piece. I guess it's just extremely damaged by light. You know, UV light that comes from the sun will damage a lot of like dyes and stuff. And that's why you don't want to have a lot of your stuff on display for long periods of time. All right, let's go ahead and go into the oranges. Now, before I added those three purples, I was under the impression that every one of these was different. I go through these probably once every 2 years, I would say, and just make sure I don't have any doubles. Okay, these are some of the Canadian ones. Can you see that? See where it says it's in French writing? I absolutely love these. This one's also a French one, and even on the back it has a weird edit that says Ontario that was added with more plastic. There's one as well. Yeah, I'm always looking for the Canadian variants. All right, this one would be next. It's an oddball. It's like a light red. I've never seen any other place before. That dark red is also pretty rare. Hopefully this video isn't giving you a headache. I'm almost done. I know I'm moving a lot of stuff around. I'm almost done. We'll look a little closer at these. I was just trying to get them in some sort of, visually pleasing order. For me, it's usually the color order. Okay. Looks like we're down to greens. And then there's the white one. Okay. So very good. So yeah, this is just a pretty amazing spread of Fleer Bubble Burger candies. Bubble gums. Then there's a lime green. So yeah, there you have it. Yeah, I think chances are the three new ones we got in are all doubles. But I'm going to just keep these out, and that's another reason why I got out these fire plugs, because I need to go back through them and look at them. But yeah, I'm absolutely obsessed with all these. And you know, I've been getting in a lot of these, you know, mutant ova candies, and I got 2 more coming in, guys. So get ready for that. I thought we were done, but no, there's 2 more coming in. So what I'm having to do is I took out all the fire plugs here out of the monster box, and they're just gonna have to be put into a new box. So I'm changing this around because I got to make room for all this other shit. But yeah, we'll take a look at this real quick. So lots of beautiful colors here. Again, these are 1980s and early 90s Fleer Bubble Burgers. Now, these were made in different formats. So they had their regular release of Bubble Burgers, and I think they had red, green, yellow, and orange. But then they had some special editions. There's one that has a monkey on it, and it's like Bubble Burger Banana. And so they had like different colors that went into those boxes. So some of these are from the Bubble Burger Banana box. And then as far as some of these very bizarre colors, like this flesh tone one, this is not a error. This is not UV damage. This is really amazing. I don't know what, I'm not sure what release that came from. So yeah, but if you go through them, they have all kinds of like different little like modifications to them. Like even this is the only one that I have that looks exactly like this. And when you flip them on the back, there's even more like variations to them. And so, yeah, it's a lot to collect. But I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Rust Van out.